Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some K2 Digital Edition, shall we? This game is the demo version is what I'm playing right now, and you can play it yourself if you like what you see on Steam. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check out the demo, wishlist the game to follow it. It's planned to come out this year. Now, I did the tutorial in the previous episode, and didn't do that great because the game is challenging. I had one survivor, so that's a big win. Oh god. But we're going to try a new game, and I know that there's new mechanics that are going to be introduced, and I'm excited to see that. Now, when you pick a new game, you could see all of the different mountains that you can try to climb, and these will become available in the full version. You can do a single trip or a campaign, and I'm going to try just standard conditions and just do a single player or a single trip, and maybe try the campaign later. So let's just do this. So we could pick our team of who we want, and as far as I understand it, this is just cosmetic. It really doesn't matter. So Mike passed away on the last voyage, and Monique reached the summit. So let's try Carlos and Nikki and see how it goes. And we have... Oh, these are our opponents. I'm sorry. Incompetent climbing. I didn't actually... Sorry, I could add AI opponents if I wanted to. But I'm going to just play solitaire for a moment so that I can continue learning the game. So some things I think is worth mentioning is it looks like the map is the same. And this makes sense because it's a digital board game. So, like, if you had the board, maybe one side of the board is K2, then you can get other mountains or whatever. But what that means is you really have a chance to learn it and know which path to take based on the cards you're getting. Weakness points. Weakness points, -1, represent some of the challenges of mountain climbing. After the planning phase, player must, with the most walking on the selected cards, must choose weakness points. Okay, so if you cover a lot of ground, you become weak. That makes sense. So maybe it is a good idea then to kind of like go one at a time. All right, so we're going to take cards that are walk, and I'm going to take all walking. Choose weakness points. Each -1 takes away 1 walking from your card. So what if I want 0? I don't know. Oh, okay. So, they pulled out from... they're come out of a pool. And so, there's 11 -1s, there's 4 zeros, and 5 -2s. So I probably should have saved the 0, but now we're learning. Alright, so we're going to move Carlos. Let's just move Carlos... 3, and then I'm going to have Nikki move to here, and they both will, gain health because these are reasonable areas and the weather is fine. So planning phase. Tomorrow the weather is going to be bad on every stage of the mountain except where we're at. So Select 3 cards. You know what's interesting is if these cards operate in the same way. I don't think that they do, though. I think these are your deck doesn't deplete. But it's like, do I want to save this for later? No, for now I want to have this. And I want to have this. And I still want to have this. And then I'll take 2. I'm going to just get rid of a -2 weakness like this so that we can just get that out of the deck for now, because we don't want to climb up too far given that the weather is bad, and we'll take 2 damage up there. So let's just have Nikki. No, Carlos is in the lead here. Let's see, we can get him here for 3 movement, and we get a victory point, and it puts him right on the edge. So I'm going to do that. Now, this is not a square, though, where you recover health. So I could pitch a 10, but I think it's okay. And then we can move her right in behind. If no movement's left... Whoa, sorry. Okay, so I didn't realize. I was like, how do I have all this extra movement? I don't. So this is going to take away from her health. So we're going to actually take that back. And Nikki can move 1, I think, without damage. But if I try to move her further, we'll take damage. So let's just do that. Alright. So we're going to select 3 movement, 2 movement, and we'll take a 2 recovery. And I'll take a -1, that's fine. Alright, so the weather is fine for a few days, so this is a good time to plan the ascent up this stage of the mountain. Now, I went this way last time, and I actually didn't like it because of this 3 movement requirement. So I can move Carlos to here for 4 movement. And then I'm actually going to rest because he's going to need to prepare. And she will just sit here and recover. Alright, so we want... this is fine. There's going to be bad weather up there. So I'll take this. Let's just stack up on recovery. Alright, so I want Carlos to breathe it in and breathe it in, and she's going to recover as well. And then I'm going to end the day. I'm not going to pitch the tent yet. I'm going to get a little bit higher. Alright. 3 recovery is awesome, but we no longer really need that. So I have to just take a bunch of movement. And we'll take a -1. And I'm going to have Carlos climb to here. And I'm going to actually pitch a tent here. So you could pitch 2 tents, 1 with each climber. And this is a good place to have a tent for her to work toward, to kind of get enough recovery to make the final portion of the climb. And Nikki, we don't have enough movement to get her here. We only have 1. So let's go ahead and just end the day. Now everybody then is topped off. Select your last 3 cards. I wish you could just like, okay, fine, but can you confirm it? You just kind of have to pick these. There's no other cards to choose from. Okay. And then, unfortunately, you know, I don't really want to just... I don't want to do any of this. I actually might move... I know she can't move there. She needs 2 movement. Just a bad day. Like, none of this is good for me right now. I don't think you can... I thought you only got 6 health points, but maybe I misunderstood, and maybe this is wise. No, you lose the extra. Okay. Alright, so we need to select movement cards. I need to move. I'll take... Ugh, it's getting really tough. There's weather on this portion, so I'm going to actually move... I'll take a -1, and then... how far can you move? Yeah, I want him to move all the way up here, because it's double damage right here because of the bad weather. So, this is a 3, though, and then there's a 2 and a 2. I'm going to move him here, just because the 3 is really challenging. Now, we will take extra damage because of the weakness point, but I felt like it was necessary to get out of the bad weather. Alright, select cards. Ugh, it's all recovery. Alright, move, recovery 3. Honestly, I'll take a -2. I gotta get rid of it. So, Carlos can fill back up. And there's bad weather on this middle stage next. So we're going to end the day. Alright, give me some movement. Here we go. Alright, I'm actually going to take the 0 so I can try to see if I can push this guy all the way to the top. He can make it all the way here, which is pretty phenomenal. And Nikki can go down if we want. So it's not a bad idea. I mean, these are only one... This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Ugh. Alright. Okay, so this is good weather. So with this good weather, I'm going to try to see if I can summit Carlos. I have a 3, which will get him here, but I don't have enough for the rest. So we'll just take these 2, confirm. And I'll take a -1 weakness. I'm going to put him all the way up here. And then we're going to have Nikki go here, and she will take a damage from... but I need to move her. I need to get her going. Alright, there we go. And 3 is what we need for getting to the summit. So we take a 3, we take a 2, and we take a 2 recovery. And then I'll honestly take a -2 just to get rid of it. And Carlos can summit. And then Nikki... can get here. And I don't think Carlos needs to recover. I think he's okay. End the day. Okay, so he made it. Okay. Alright. Oh, you know what? No, I'm wrong. He's not okay. He's going to be taking damage every turn. So, I didn't realize that this was so bad for him. I want her to take the -1. Why does he have to take it? I want her to take the weakness damage. Maybe I should have used a card with her last. So I think he died. I misunderstood. I thought that if they got to the summit that it you would win, but that only happened because my other person had died. So you could push for the summit, but you have to keep them alive up there. So, okay, that's another part of the game I'm learning. I should have just left him lower where it was not as dangerous. And I should have used that 0 recovery card with her so she took the weakness damage and not him. He would still be alive. Okay, let's get to the 10. 2, 1, 1. We're going to take a 0 weakness. We're going to go all the way up here. Okay, there's 3 movement. There's 3 recovery, and there's a movement. And we'll take a -2. I'm actually going to push all the way up here and heal up. And then we're going to take 2, 3, 2, like that. The weather is good today, so I'm going to move as much as I can. I'm going to take 0 weakness so that I can just crush it. Okay. Now there's bad weather all up here, so I'm going to just... I have 2 days to make it. I take 3 damage at the next square. I don't think I can win if I don't move. She almost dies, but if we can get 3 movement, we can make it. Alright, so we're going to recover, and then we're going to go. She died too. I thought I had enough. I thought by using the recovery, she would have 1 hit point left, but she didn't because of the weakness point. Woof. I tell you what. I'm still learning a lot about the game, and the weakness points adds definitely a different component to things. And I still have to figure out the balance of when to push people, where to bunker in. I never even set her tent, but I was out of time. I mean, the game is so well balanced that, like, I ran out of time to even, like, have a recovery day. Because if I would have spent a day resting with her, we wouldn't have been able to reach the top and the 18-day limit. So it's a really, really interesting mix of resting, paying attention to the weather, managing weakness points, knowing when to push forward. And I still don't go backward, probably, as much as I should. I need to kind of consider that into my planning, like if I want to go back down the mountain, if that's ever wise. I haven't completely figured out that strategy yet. But I really do enjoy the game, and I think it might be interesting to see what happens when you play, with an AI opponent that you're racing against, perhaps. And the other thing about the AI opponent is, at least from what I played before, you can only have climbers on one square. There's only room for one person, so they could get in your way and cause you to have to take different routes. So I think once I figure out and shore up the mechanics and my own strategy, then seeing what the AI opponent would bring into the mix would be really interesting, and maybe give it more of a feel of how the board game itself plays out. So let's go back to the main menu, and let's look at some of the other options. So you could see there's like, race to the top at Broad Peak, Mount Everest. I mean, there's Lhotse. I'm not pronouncing that right, but wow. Just all these different cool mountains you can try to climb. And then there's the campaign as well, where these look like difficulty settings, and gosh, I need to be able to get up to the top more consistently before I try that. But it's really cool that that's in there. And, I'd love to know what you guys think of K2 Digital Edition. Is this a game that you have played maybe in the physical version? Do you want to see more of this? What are your thoughts and impressions so far? I do love that many modern games have a single player option, like Wingspan, Agricola. They have rules so that you can, try to get a high score, play it, and so does this, and that's a lot of fun. I want to say, again, there is a link in the description below to the K2 Digital Steam page where you can try the demo like I'm playing, and you can also wishlist the game if you want to follow along with its development. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care.